Um, 3704. State your name and where you calling from. Welcome to Inner Paint.
Peace. This is Holip from Brooklyn.
Peace.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
How you
What
gentlemen
you wanna?
doing tonight?
Good, good. What you wanna add? Holub, you put your hand up.
Well, actually, I wanted to talk a little bit about the UFC situation.
Okay.
Okay.
And Ronda Rousey.
Okay. We talked
Y'all
about
get
it
into
earlier.
that?
We did. But
Yeah.
whatever you
go
wanna,
that for a minute.
whatever you
what was
wanna
your
speak
take on
about.
it?
Oh, she Cat went with the wrong game plan. You don't rush somebody, and she tried to catch her off guard and didn't, and she got caught off guard with the arm bar.
I got a slightly different take on this, Hollis. I'm sure you'll probably set me on fire for my thoughts. Okay. Okay. My thing is simply this: that chick Cat. I took issue of how she was supposed to be a beast and all this stuff and whatnot. Nah. She straight bitched out. I'm sorry. 14 seconds.
Oh no, you're not gonna get. But see, I think it has more to do with Ronda than it does with Cat. Ronda is one of the best jiu-jitsu people. Period, man or woman.
Okay.
Like she's one of the best I've ever seen. And that's that. I mean, see, the thing that I like about Ronda is that she's like a manifestation of what I've been saying all along, and that's why like everybody's so shocked and surprised and amazed at her. And yeah, she is an amazing, fighter because she's been practicing since she was like 14, 15 doing jiu-jitsu. But my thing is, I love seeing her do what she does because it just solidifies everything that I've been saying. It's like what the guys need to start doing is getting it into their head that these women are fighters and stop looking at them as just chicks.
Okay.
If you take them seriously as fighters, they can turn the place out. Some of the best UFC fights I've seen have been by women.
Well, it's funny that you say that, Holla, because Kevin said the same thing, pretty much. Something similar. That some of these women are absolute beasts and whatnot, and they take their training serious.
Yeah, it's just that it sucks because I think the UFC does give them the opportunity or the platform to show their skills, and that's the reason why Ronda Rousey is so popular. And I got to applaud, the UFC and Dana White because he was so anti-women fighting in the beginning until he met Ronda Rousey. And then he changed his mind. He's like, well, and now she's the most popular fighter in the UFC. She makes the most money for them.
Wow. Now, see, I didn't
and
even
that's
realize
why.
that.
And let's segue over to the WWE.
Okay.
Where there seems to be like in those chess games in the park where there's a timer. It's like every match with the women has got a 3-minute time limit.
Right.
And those women,
very true.
now I was looking at Naomi and Natalya. They can turn the place out.
Yes, they could.
They can turn the place out. How are you going to learn? This may be new. Rodney might know what I'm talking about, and people who watch. But in wrestling, in order for you to become a good wrestler, like a Stone Cold and all of these, and Triple H, you have to be able to know how to tell a story in the ring.
Okay.
That's what they call it. They call it storytelling. You have to be able to. How the hell are you going to do any storytelling with a 3-minute time limit?
You can't.
I mean, and these girls practice and they train just as hard as the guys do. Give them a chance. Stop looking at them as tits and ass and give them a chance to actually fight.
Right.
To go into the ring and do, and that the UFC has done it, and like I said, hopefully that'll set the precedent, so that when people get women fighting or wrestling or whatever, they take them seriously. You got to look at them as what they are. They're wrestlers and they're fighters. Even if they box, they're boxers. There's a lot of women with skills. You know what I'm saying? Like what's his name? Joe Rogan said that at her weight, he believes she can beat 50% of the men in her weight class.
Wow.
A lot of things will have to go right for that to happen.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because I know one thing, if she gets you on the ground, your ass is toast.
Well, I'm going to throw myself out there. I said that she couldn't make me tap in no 14 seconds. 15 to 16 maybe, but I'm going to last longer than Cat.
All right. You know what? I'll give you that, Rod. You will last more than 14 seconds.
Thank you very much, Dad.
15, 16 maybe.
Exactly.
But that girl, like, I was listening. I don't know if y'all saw the video that I posted with the Gracies. Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
They said that you can't give her an inch. Like, if you better keep your elbows close to your body. Because if you reach out in any way, shape, or form, she's going to break your shit. And I'm serious. Like that move that she did wasn't really anything she ever did before. It's just that she has an uncanny ability
right,
to know where she is at all times. And, like, no matter what position she's in, she always knows how to get leverage. Like, she's really good. I mean, I'm talking not just a female fighter, but from a jiu-jitsu standpoint, you need to study her because she's one of the best I've seen.
Wow. And that's just, like, instinctual right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Yeah.
That chick didn't have a chance.
So if they...
She is so far ahead of the women at this point. You know, like they. But I love that because now they have to give the women a chance to catch up.
Yeah, yeah. Do you like you like Misha Tate?
Misha Tate is good, but she is not in the class of Ronda.
Well, Ronda proved that.
There's nobody in Ronda's class right now.
Ronda proved that. So,
like, the only thing that I would say is that you have to get the only way I can see somebody beating her is by testing that chin. And the problem with that is you got to put her in a position where she can't take you down.
Yeah.
And she can take you down like nothing. Like, I don't see anybody stopping her from taking them down.
So if she fights Kat again, she said she was going to give Kat a rematch. Kat's approach obviously will be different than what she tried to do over this weekend. You think she'll fare better?
No.
Or it'll be much of the same?
It'll be the same. It's like when Tate fought Ronda the second time. And I think I was on the show and I said I felt bad for Tate because the same thing's going to happen. You know, it's the same thing's going to happen to this chick. They don't have the ability. Like, you better have, and you know that one punch knockout thing. I don't really believe in that. Like, usually when you're dealing with skilled fighters, you got to set them up. It's like very rarely is there going to be some, you know, lucky punch that's going to take them out. They're just too skilled.
Do you, Holla, believe that Ronda is right now, since John Jones isn't coming back till June or July? A lot of other guys have taken L's. Some guys are also, like John Jones, dealing with issues outside of the ring. Is she the face of the UFC right now?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, when you say her name, you think UFC, you know, or UFC, or when you think UFC, you think Ronda Rousey. She obviously, and Dana has said this publicly, she makes them the most money.
Hey, well, you got to ride that cash cow.
For that win, I think she picked up $120,000 because like I think they have the submission or knockout of the night or some stuff like that.
Mhm.
So she won extra money because of that. I feel, like I feel bad for these chicks. I really do. Because I don't see they have, the only way that I can see somebody beating her is it's going to be in a stand-up game. Because I don't think she's been truly tested in that sense. But she's not dumb. She's not. She'll stand up for a little while, but her goal is to grab you and take you down. And she's one of the best at takedowns, man. God, did that last? You remember the fight that she had where she flipped the girl over her hip and then started pounding her?
Yeah.
That was the most beautiful takedown I've ever seen, man. And she's done that to men.
Mhm.
Like if you've seen like her train, she can flip you and take you down easily. Guys twice her size. So can you imagine what she's doing with the women that she's fighting that's her size or smaller?
And trust and believe, Brother Hollip has seen many a match.
Oh yeah.
So he knows what he's talking about here.
Yeah, I've seen it, but like in jiu-jitsu, you ain't. I mean, unless you're talking about a Gracie. And she's trained by the Gracie, so there you go right there.
Basically, you got that right.
You ain't going to find, and even the Gracies in that video, if you watch it, the guy said when people asked him what's it like to train with Ronda Rousey, and he said it's a confusing question to answer because there's nobody like her.
Right. Yes, sir.
He said he hasn't found anybody that's the equivalent of her in the type of the way that she's like in jiu-jitsu. He said it's like a fish to water.
Right. Yes, sir.
And she can get leverage from any position. He said she's got like a magnetic field in her hips or something. Like no matter what, she's going to get a position or get the leverage on you. No matter where you put her on the ground, she's very poised.
Mhm.
Like, did you actually see that fight and how she did that move?
Yep.
What? Yeah, I saw it. I was like, that's it.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't see it.
You got to see that fight, man. She did a cartwheel.
I do have a question.
Mhm.
What is her stature like? I mean, is she tall, short, medium height wise?
Medium height.
Yeah, medium height.
Okay. So, like with jiu-jitsu, her center of gravity is so intense. It's like she can do anything.
Yeah, like she knows about leverage. Like I said, she can flip a guy who's 300 pounds easily and take him down to the ground. Like she and it's not strength; it's all skill and technique.
Mm-hmm.
Like her technique is just impeccable when it comes to leverage and stuff and taking people down.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing she hasn't been tested in is her chin, but most of the Gracies don't really have that stand-up thing. Like, they don't really do stand-up. Because in a fight, and especially in a UFC fight, it's pretty hard not to be taken down. There are some people that they can avoid it for a certain period of time, but at some point in time, you're going to have to be on the ground. And that's a bad news for whoever she's fighting.
Yeah.
So I don't see her losing anytime soon, unless there's some new chick who is
a cyborg,
is skilled in jiu-jitsu or something else that she is, and who, it's not just because a lot of times, hopefully the UFC don't do like the WWE and just put a pretty face in there.
Right. Yes, sir.
Hopefully they realize that, listen, these women need to be skilled. And Ronda needs competition. She can't just go in there wiping people out in 20 seconds or less.
Basically.
Because that's basically what's going to happen. She's like Mike Tyson now.
Right. Mhm.
And I mean, and like I said, to get back to the WWE,
Mm-hmm.
and Rodney would probably agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like Naomi is no joke.
No joke, man.
No joke. And then she gets
Straight real.
2 minutes, 3 minutes to show some skills.
Exactly.
Give them a match. Like her and Natalya can actually have a match, a full-out, full-length match, and be entertaining and turn the audience out.
Let me tell you something, Holland. That's well said, and I agree with you fully on that, because if you gave this chick 10, 15 minutes, they, just like you just said, they'd be turned out by the talent and the skills that this young lady has. You understand? For real.
Yeah, and a lot of them are like that. Like, give them a chance. Mm-hmm. Even the I've been impressed by the so-called Bella Twins.
Yeah, right.
Even them. Even they have, like, stepped it up in terms of performance, but they don't give them no time.
Nah, exactly.
You got to give them time to do these matches and to show the skills.
Right.
And stop looking at, women are already sexy. You don't have to make them sexy. You know what I'm saying? A woman is sexy just because she's a woman.
Right.
So the sex appeal, you don't have to worry about. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about that. They got that.
Exactly.
You don't have to make an issue about that.
It's to the point where if they gave him a lot of time to, like, a full match, as you were saying, Holla, you wouldn't even think about looking at, their beauty and whatnot. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You wouldn't even think about it. You'd be like, oh shit, these chicks actually know how to wrestle and whatnot, and you would appreciate that.
Yeah. And like I said, if you want to look at them, fine. They look good, so
right.
I mean, but it's like the whipped cream on the pie. You know what I'm saying? It's like the thing is that they go to the gym, they train, they in the center, they sharpening their skills, so you can have those matches. Because you remember, I think back in the days when Trish Stratus and Lita and all that, they had full blown matches.
They did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, even freaking Stephanie McMahon.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And Stephanie McMahon is really good. Like I don't know if you agree with me on this, Rodney. Mm-hmm. I put in Paul Heyman and Stephanie as the best on the mic.
Yeah, she's good. Yes, yeah. I will agree with that. She is.
Did you see her promo with Cena?
Yeah. I did.
She told John Cena, maybe you need to sit WrestleMania out. He said you are not more important than WWE. He said a lot of people have come through here thinking that they was the one. He said Stone Cold, The Rock. He said all of them left, and here we are.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so maybe you can sit this one out.
Yo, I was on the floor with that. I was like, yo, did she just say that?
And what was his response?
He had no response. What did he gonna say?
Exactly. He stood there with a stupid look on his face.
Oh, well. He got
wow. Yeah, no, it was classic, man. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I forgot what I was doing when that was being shown. I was doing something in the room, and I had it on. And when she said that, I just, like, turned to, I was like, yo, did she just say this shit?
Yeah, right. And what made it so funny was he was going to put himself in the Royal, in the Battle Royal.
Right. Well, the Battle Royal, right, excuse me.
He said, wait a minute. When did the wrestlers think that they could just put themselves in matches?
Hilarious.